Hey there, welcome to the third day of our once a year workshop, the AI Ascension Masterclass. Now, this is the most important and the final day of the workshop, and I'm going to be sharing some insider secrets with you all the way until the very end. You need to dial in and focus here. This is going to be action packed, and at the end of the workshop, I'm going to show you something pretty special that will change your income and your business forever and take advantage of the 2025 boom. Now, over the last 2 days, we've covered a lot of ground from the biggest opportunity you can leverage over the next 12 months and beyond, generating your own leads on autopilot, having them flood in automatically, building up your own passive recurring income to pull the lever for high ticket cash injections whenever you want them. So if you've been looking for any service to bring in leads for, if you've got a service that you're looking to bring in leads for, this is the answer. This will pack your calendar with buyers. And if you're looking for that offer, an in demand offer, this is your answer as well. Then we dove into the capabilities of this system and also the three hottest markets that I would dive into for instant traction, simply because you solve a significant problem for these business owners. Then finally, we dove into how you can use this system to build your own warm internal audience to sell any service that you want to, from AI sales, AI appointment setters, customer service reps, cold calling through AI, database reactivation, review management, SEO, paid ads, web design, literally anything that you want to. And this puts an end to struggling for lead generation or leads. This system allows you to move quickly and actually change the trajectory of your business in a matter of days. Seriously, I'm not messing around here. When you understand how to run paid ads without actually worrying about ad spend, getting clients really isn't that difficult at all. Just look at the numbers behind this spreadsheet. I've showed you this on day one. The numbers are stacked very much in your favor. And the conversion rates on the left hand side here in the blue column, the conversion rates are really based on having spent hundreds of thousands from my own pocket on this system and potentially even millions from a client's perspective in terms of ad spend. I'm bringing these numbers. So they're not one off numbers, these are based on averages. This means that we can pretty accurately forecast the return on ad spend that we receive. And as this scales up, and as I mentioned previously, if you want to see a more dynamic version of the spreadsheet, let us know. We can show you that. But it's all dynamic. So if you edit the ad spend, the conversion rates kick in and you can see what the outcome would be. Now, the reality is, as you increase the ad spend here, the upsells start to kick in. So it gets better as you progress, because with the more data that you have, the more the upsell rates start to kick in, because it's based on percentages here. So the more you do, the better the outcome. So for example, in this scenario, if we spend $100 per day, bringing in or spending 3,000 over the course of a month, that might sound rather scary, right? $100 a day, 3,000 over the course. But the reality is, this produces 86 intro product sales and produces about $600 in revenue. Then, based on our conversion rates, we'll sell 43 order bumps. Now, that's at 50% conversion rate. The reality is, our order bumps often convert at 60, 70, 80%, or sometimes about 83% as well, which is a stark difference. So we're even playing it pretty safe with these numbers here. That produces another $1,157 in revenue, bringing the total to 1,757. But we've spent 3,000, right? We're still a bit of a loss here. But then our upsells kick in. Now remember, with the ladder funnel structures, these upsells are live and on the funnel. They're actually built in. This is happening automatically and in real time. So we don't really have to worry about, well, when does my upsell kick in? Because it happens live right there, the same day, the same moment that they purchase within that sales funnel. So based on our conversion rates, we sell 21 upsells. That produces $2,078 in additional revenue. We have a $1 trial, 32 of them would convert. And then from that 32, obviously they pay $1, $32. But from that 32, the most important number is 50% of those will actually convert after the 14 days into paying customers, which produces another $1,500 in monthly recurring revenue. So before we've even considered high ticket, if you look at the bottom of the screen here, we've made a profit. The second cell from the bottom, the P&L direct, no high ticket, we've made a profit on the front end, but I don't care about that. I don't care about that at all. That's my lead generation. I've generated 86 leads over the course of this month that have all paid money. They're not just leads on a spreadsheet. They have physically paid money and crossed that trust barrier with you, given you their details, and you've provided the product. This is a much more qualified version of a lead. They're not tire kickers. They've actually put their money where their mouth is, essentially. So by doing that, by generating these 86 leads, we've actually profited from it. And that's the beauty. We've actually profited from our own lead generation. Not only that, because we've got that recurring product and we've got those trials converting, we've generated $3,600 in monthly recurring revenue. Now, the churn rate on these subscribers is typically about 5%. So that means month one is $3,600. Month two, you've got an additional $32 or so $100 coming in. Then month three is $2,900. And it just keeps going, it keeps flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing month after month. And this is month one, of course. If you repeat the process in month two, your monthly recurring revenue from month one stacks on top of your monthly recurring revenue in month two. So you can imagine how much more powerful this becomes as the months progress and your numbers build up and up and up and your monthly recurring revenue stacks up. It's pretty solid, right? But then we haven't even considered the high ticket elements here. From this, 2% typically converts pretty quickly within 30 days. Now that doesn't include conversions over the course of 3, 4, 5 months. That's a 30-day window. So within that 30-day window, we'll ascend 2% of those buyers into a high ticket offer, which is usually $7,500. That produces another $12,800. $12,800. So that means in that 30-day window, if we rewind back to that 30-day window, we've invested $3,000 and our total collected revenue, excluding future months' monthly recurring revenue, is $18,000. That gives us a profit in month one of $15,000. Plus, over the course of month two, month three, month four, month five, we've got that monthly recurring revenue kicking in. That's the beauty behind this process. That's why this is so powerful. So when it comes to your lead generation, when you start to look at this strategically, you can basically come to a scenario where you can run your ad campaigns all day long without any issues with this spreadsheet and the standard conversion rates kicking in. So as you repeat this month after month, that intro products, this number at the top here, intro sold, that's your leads on the front end. That's the number of leads we get. It goes from 86 to 160 the next month. Then the total becomes 240, then 320. And month four, every month we've got 80 new buyer leads coming into our pipeline. Now imagine that scenario. Imagine a world where every single month you have 80 new people, not even spending that much, 80 new people coming in to your world every single month. Compare that to now, where you are right now, where maybe you don't have very many leads coming in. Maybe you do a couple of calls a month. Well, what if you get paid to do that? What if you get paid to generate your own leads? It's a beautiful scenario. And you build up that passive, monthly, sticky, recurring revenue that builds the foundation of your business. That's why this is so powerful. That's why this is so important. You can generate leads all day long without having to pay for it. You can convert them and ascend them into your higher end offers without having to pay for it. You can build a foundation and a floor of monthly recurring revenue that becomes very much passive as we can really get, and pays you every single month for doing so. And as the months go past, it compounds and it builds and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Yet you're not actually spending any money, because remember, your profit and loss direct without the high ticket, and that basically instantly, is $868. So we're not even spending money here. So you might say, well, if that's the case, I want to spend 200 per day. I want to spend 500 per day because I'm not losing money. But the reality is, because of this infrastructure, because of how it all works in a cycle, it's robust enough for you to do that. You can actually do that without the fear. And that's how you scale. And you can always remember your safety net as well. As that monthly recurring revenue builds, it doesn't matter if the ads are volatile. It really doesn't matter, because your monthly recurring revenue is your safety net. So all of the objections you could have as to why you would not run ads, we can take care of them. We can cross them all off, because we've got the safety parameters in place to make sure you feel confident, to make sure you feel comfortable doing this. That's the beauty behind what we're doing here. And that's what you're going to have access to. Now, imagine having a base of $15,000 per month flowing in automatically without having to do anything, with a flow of new leads coming in daily at no cost. Then high ticket cash injections whenever you want them. It becomes so much easier, yet it's so simple, especially because of the AI systems that we've developed. Now, everybody wants to run this system because it makes complete sense. Obviously, they would, right? If you could run paid ads to generate leads, you'd probably do it, right? Instead of posting hours of content or DMing people or doing whatever you have to do to generate leads, if you could run paid ads where you set them up once and then they run in the background and it just brings in leads and you don't even have to pay for it, of course you're going to do that, because it doesn't take your time or your energy, and also doesn't take your money either. So everybody wants to do this. I mean, if you approached a prospect and you said, we can market and we can bring in new customers without having to worry about the ad spend, they'd bite, right? Of course they would. It's the ultimate scenario. They don't have to worry about their marketing spend. That's the power of this structure. So not only can you generate your own leads using this structure, which I highly, highly recommend you do, you can also run it as a service. And it's a service that people have bite. Now you may think, well, how would this compare with other offers? Well, let's have a look at it, right? Let's think about it from a quite an analytical perspective. If you're looking at SEO and you're trying to sell SEO and you've got the changing algorithms all the time, which cause problems, of course, if you try to sell that, it can often be 3, on a good scenario, to 6 months to 12 months at times, depending on how competitive it is, the keywords, for things to actually start happening. And they've got to pay 1,500, 2,000, even more every single month for that to even build up. And yeah, once they're there, but it can often change and it can cause problems. So, it's not exactly bulletproof by any means. So when you imagine trying to sell that service, it becomes a lot more difficult, right? What about paid advertising? What if we ran paid ads? But again, when that ad spend stacks up, it becomes scary for them. They're worried about doing so. So they always want to start small, which then limits what you do because you can't get any data on it. So it becomes tricky. It becomes challenging to do this. But then you can take all these problems away. So when we compare it to the competitors' offers, what they do, it's a no-brainer for them. Of course they want to do it. It makes complete sense. You don't have to worry about the ad spend. Now, remember the components of a ladder funnel here, right? This is, of course, the system that you implement. Well, we've got the $7 intro offer, and you can often leverage something I call the self-destructing program, or a one-time offer to bring buyers in daily, right? What the self-destructing offer is, or program, this is a program where you can set the program to essentially self-destruct in, say, 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever you please. Now, why would you do that? Why would you give someone that product and have it explode, essentially, within 24 hours? Well, the reality is, in order to get people to ascend, obviously that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get them to move from the $7 product into your recurring offer, into your high ticket back end offer. Now, those who consume the content are the ones who are going to ascend because they build the trust. If they just buy it for $7 and then it sits on the digital bookshelf, they're never going to consume it. They're never going to really see what the value is within because they just essentially gathered digital dust. Now, when we condense that window, when we put a time limit on it and we say to them, look, you've only got 24 hours to do this, they're going to buy it and then they're going to consume it instantly. So I'm getting that consumption by putting that timeline. And then you might think, well, hold on a second. They're buying something for $7 and then I'm making it disappear. Well, how does that work? Well, the reality is we always teach that these intro products are usually about $300 worth of value. in them. So we build a $300 product and then crazily we sell it for $7. So what we're saying here is normally people are averse to large, crazy discounts, right? When you think about psychology, it starts to become, like, especially now when people become quite accustomed to digital offers. When we look at this, they see big discounts and they think the drop shipping world where everything's 50% off all the time, and that's what they're used to, and they start to think that the the product was never worth that in the first place and it isn't actually a good deal. And I saw a very interesting stat yesterday actually on the news that 10% of Black Friday offers this year are fake. The price was never at that level before. They've inflated the price in October and then they're just dropping it back to the original or maybe a very marginal discount. So consumers are becoming accustomed to this. So when they see huge discounts, $300 down to $7, it doesn't make any sense. But when we say to them, look, this is worth $300, I'm going to give you access for 24 hours to this $300 product for $7, but you've got to consume it within 24 hours. The perceived value of that product is not that it's discounted, but it's actually that they're getting access for a shorter period of time for a lower buy-in, which gives them a $300 product, and all they have to do is consume it in 24 hours. So all of a sudden, this starts to make a lot of sense to them. It takes you out of that world where you're offering big discounts or crazy savings, and it takes you into the world where you've got a high perceived value. They then come into these programs, they come into this world, and they take the program much more seriously. They consume the content for one. And the second reason or the second benefit is that they have that perceived value that this is incredibly valuable and I'm lucky to get access for $7. So they're going to take it much more seriously. And consumption leads to additional purchases. So that's the self-destructing program. It's a very good mechanism that we can deploy. Next up, you've got the order bump. Now, the order bump is incredibly important. I've mentioned this before. It is incredibly important when it comes to your average order value. And your average order value is what allows you to break even with paid ads. So this is essential. You must have an order bump in there. And the order bump is often designed to make that process or strategy that is offered in the $7 intro offer is designed to make that process easier. So it's often going to be templates and things of that sort because it makes the implementation faster. I'm never selling them new concepts. I'm never selling them new ideas or new processes in this order bump. I'm only ever selling them something that makes the $7 offer implementation go even faster. And that's it. This is how you get those 50 to 80% conversion rates because it complements it very nicely. And you might think, well, hold on a second. How do you get these crazy conversion rates above 70, 80%? And it's because when we use a self-destructing program, because it has that time limit, they know they have that time limit and they want to implement a process. So let's say we made it for a week only. You can do it for 1 week where they've got access for $7 for 7 days. They're then going to buy the order bump because it helps them implement it even faster, right? So they've already got a natural time limit on this, and then we can help them work with that time limit with the order bump so it makes complete sense. That's the beauty of how to structure these offers like this. Then you've got the $97 per month offer. This is a SaaS offer, usually a software subscription of some sort. And again, we're positioning it to make it go faster. So in order to implement the $7 intro offer, especially within that time frame, they can then use the software to get the templates all in their account, meaning they don't have to build things. They don't have to learn platforms because the examples that we use in that $7 offer relate or are shown on that exact platform, so they know where to click. They don't have to do something on one or see something demonstrated on one software and then go to figure out how to use it on another software. They don't have to do that. It's plug and play for them, right? So again, it makes it go faster. Everything I'm lining up here makes that implementation of the big idea, which was in the intro offer, go even faster. And that's the secret. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. And that's the core of the ladder funnel. Then you can have the high ticket backend. Now, the high ticket backend is designed to give that done for you service, managed service. Maybe you want to manage ads. Maybe you want to build the SEO strategy. Maybe you want to build a call booking funnel. Maybe you want to build a ladder funnel for them, whatever the service is. Maybe you want to do database reactivation, whatever that service is. You then have a warm bank of buyers essentially to work through into that high end back end or the high ticket back end offer. So you've got your natural audience. You don't have to go and try and find cold audiences to sell a $7,500 product to. No, you only have to focus on selling the intro offer. So think about it. If I challenged you with the task of, look, you've got this $7,500 offer. I want you to go find people who want to buy it. If I challenged you with that task, it sounds a little overwhelming, right? It sounds kind of difficult. Well, it's a higher priced product. How do I find people that want this? How do I make them want it? How do I find people that are financially qualified? But then what if I flipped that and I said to you, look, forget the $7,500 product. All I want you to do is I want you to take this $300 product and I want you to go find people who will buy it for $7. How much easier does that become? It becomes a lot easier, right? Way easier to find people who will buy a $300 product for $7. So much easier. But then what if I told you the more people that we get to buy the $7 offer, the more people that buy the high ticket $7,500 offer? So it's directly linked, it's connected. The more people we pour into that $7 offer, the more people are going to pay you $7,500. So you don't have to focus on the hard task of finding those high ticket buyers. We're only going to focus on the really easy task of find people who will pay $7 for a $300 product. And as a result, you're going to make high ticket $7,500 or even $10,000 sales. That's the beauty of it. That's all we have to do. And that's the components of the ladder funnel. It takes the pain away from you. It simplifies it. It makes it so much easier simply because we don't have to do the hard task that everybody else is doing. We've got a mechanism we can run all day long, have those prospects come to us, build that trust barrier, just like the moat we discussed yesterday. Build that trust barrier where people around us or competitors can't compete because we have the attention of the audience. And the last thing I'll give you on this ladder funnel is that when we're trying to market, you might have seen people try to market on social media using organic content, or they're posting and posting and posting every single day for months, and it becomes really difficult. And you think, well, yeah, I understand. I want to do this. I want to be able to generate leads at no cost using organic marketing because it is less risk on that. So I understand that. But I want you to visualize this. When you're on a platform like TikTok or you're on a platform like Instagram and going through the Reels or YouTube Shorts or whatever, any short form content platform, and you're watching some content and you see something interesting, how easy is it for you to just scroll to the next person? And maybe that's a completely unrelated video. Maybe it's completely detached from what you're even thinking about. Maybe it's about dog training, right? Mine's often is. Maybe it's about going on vacation. You've got one piece of business content, then you've got vacation content, and you've got dog training content, and you've got cooking content. And it's so easy just to flick to the next creator, right? That's because all of these creators are vying, they're competing for the same attention. Yeah, they're not related offers, but it's the same person they're trying to get the attention of. And these algorithms have mastered the process. They've mastered it. They know exactly what to put in front of you because their goal, the goal of TikTok, the goal of YouTube and Instagram, is to keep you on the platform, to keep your customer on the platform. They don't want them leaving the platform. So what they're going to do is they're going to appeal to the short-term attention bias that people have. So they always want quick hits of short form video. That's why it's so popular. That's why these platforms blow up, because they go towards the psychology of short form hits of dopamine. So when we do this, to get back to the point, when we do this, when you're trying to compete on these platforms, I want you to visualize you're at a concert, right? You've got the artist up on the stage, and that artist is performing to one artist to thousands of people, right? Watching, thousands of fans watching the show. And that's typically the relationship. But when we are trying to generate leads on social media or using DMs or whatever content, whatever that might be, the scenario flips. You've got one person on the stage, which is your customer, and then you've got thousands of creators trying to get the attention of this one person and get them to do something, take an action. Imagine how hard that actually becomes. It becomes really difficult to do, right? You're competing with all these people. And it's not just business content. It's not about making your offer better, because you're competing with what they're having for dinner tonight or the next vacation they're going to go on. You're competing for their attention. Yet when we run this process, when we run the ladder funnel process, we're transacting initially with that $7 offer and we don't have to pay for it. So automatically, completely in the background, completely on autopilot, these sales are coming in. They're really indoctrinating into your world. They're transacting. And what it does is it takes them off of that social media platform. They go into your community, they go into your products, your email list, and you get their attention. Instead of trying to compete for the attention against thousands and thousands of creators, you don't have any competition. You can create content all you want, and they're going to see it because they're now your audience. So you're not competing with anybody else. And that's the beauty of it. This is multi-purpose. This solves all of these problems. This is the holy grail when it comes to marketing and lead generation, yet it's so simple. But it doesn't come without challenges, right? The biggest problem of running a system like this, and the thing that always stood in the way of launching this powerful model, was how do you create products or the products quickly without the expertise for yourself, and without spending 100 hours, if you wanted to build this for a client, without spending 100 hours watching a client's content to understand their model or interviewing them or whatever it might be. How do you do this? It required hard work. It required time, and it required blood, sweat, and tears. And ideally, you would rewind 5 years ago and go through the experience yourself to create a valuable product. That was the answer, either hundreds of hours or you rewind 5 years and go back in time and do the right thing from the outset. Obviously, only one of them is possible. Now, anytime you try to create a product with ChatGPT, it's generic, right? It doesn't really have much intrinsic value because it just pulls from a few different sources, and it doesn't give you, it gives you a lot of fluff, right? And you can always tell it's produced by AI. So we could never do that. But today, that looks a little different. See, most people are still in that situation. 99% of people out there, they're still in that situation, which locks them out of one of the biggest opportunities on the market right now. They still need to spend those 100 hours doing the analysis of the content, which they don't do it, right? They don't do this, which means you've got a blue ocean right in front of you because nobody else is willing to do it. But you also don't have to be willing to do it because of the systems that we have built. And listen, we've put the blood, sweat, and tears into creating these AI processes. But the reality is now you can create expert level products rapidly for yourself or for a client. So you can generate your own leads very quickly without having to think about what that product might be or what does it look like or how do I get the information for this. You don't have to do that. It can all be done using AI to an exceptionally high standard. Or you can bring on a client and you can say, look, we can build this lead generation system out for you very simply. And we don't even have to spend hours interviewing you or asking you questions or analyzing your content. It can all be done with AI. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it's extremely valuable. This opens the door for you to leverage the powerful ladder funnel system, to run paid ads without worrying about any ad spend, to bring clients in automatically with a consistent flow every single day of the month and day of the year. You can continue to run this 24/7 without actually having to do it yourself, and it comes in automatically. No sales calls, nothing is required. We leverage a powerful AI system to create these products, from the intro product to the order bump to the recurring program. And we structure where the SaaS process can also fit in for your recurring income. If you've ever thought about a SaaS agency would be great, if I can leverage some AI in there, that'd be really nice too. But how do I do it? This is your answer. Now, the biggest problem when creating these intro products is actually gathering the expertise on a certain topic, right? Whether it's for yourself or for a client, you need a way to access that expertise. If you want to unlock the ability to generate leads whenever you want to run ads without worry, or to deliver a high value service to a client that's in demand right now, you've got to figure out the answer to this, right? It's right in front of you. The gold mine is there, the blue ocean where there's no competition. It's right there in front of you. But all you have to do is figure out how can you do it simply. And as I mentioned, if you ask ChatGPT to create an intro product for you, it's not going to do very well. It's going to be generic nonsense that comes back. However, when we train the AI to a certain level, everything changes. Now, you could sit and watch 100 hours of content yourself, learn the topic like the back of your hand, or learn a client's business and then feed it into an AI system. But that would take a ridiculous amount of time, right? That would take an insane amount of time, and it doesn't really make any sense. Or you can take our systems and actually have AI automatically train on course content, YouTube videos, standard operating procedures, any information you can find online from thousands of creators, right? This isn't just limited to what you know or what the client knows. You can take information that's out there, thousands of pieces, thousands of sources of information, and have it instantly learn what it has to do and create the products based on this information. And this allows you to tap into an expert level bank of knowledge and create your products around it without having to do this yourself. Imagine that. Imagine having the ability where when we're creating intro products or creating products to use for this system, you don't have to sit there and think, what do I know? What can I do this about? What if you could leverage expertise from thousands? What if you could really leverage the expertise of people that have done the work already for you? And you can create those intro products, which means they're going to be very high value. Your customers are going to be happy, right? And you can do this so quickly that you can launch multiple offers if you want to, have multiple sources of recurring revenue. That's the beauty of this system. Now, as we train the AI process rapidly, without much effort at all, we have an entire knowledge bank built up, which we can then tap into to build copy for the sales funnel, for the back-end email campaigns, for ad copy, literally everything that we need. How many times have you been staring at a sales funnel and thinking, I don't know what to write here? I can see the template, I can see how it works, but I've got no idea what I have to write. And if I ask AI to do it, it doesn't sound good. It just doesn't really work. And it doesn't relate to my offer. It goes off in tangents and it's just a bit of a mess, right? Well, what if that wasn't the case? What if you could have a sales funnel right in front of you and you could have AI pull from thousands of hours of information to create powerful, high converting copy instantly for you, taking all of that pain away? Yet it's no longer generic nonsense. It's completely custom and in depth to that specific client's offer or the offer that you want to run. Now, let's say you wanted to create an intro product all about Google Ads to bring in local business clients for maybe a SaaS or maybe AI installations or maybe just your standard Google Ads managed service, right? Maybe you want to run that. Maybe you want to outsource the fulfillment. All of these things. Regardless, imagine you wanted to create an intro product about Google Ads. Now, instead of having to rewind 5 years and spend every waking moment learning all about how to run Google Ads, you can take stacks of existing content and build a game-changing product, pulling from so many sources as education to create your very own elite level program. This changes the game. You can create 5 of these on different topics, meaning you can bring in clients so much faster from different angles. Maybe you want to go for Facebook ads, Google ads, database reactivation. Maybe it's AI capabilities, review management. Maybe you want to do all of these, right? But you couldn't because it would take you so long to build the products. Well, not now. You can attack different angles, different pain points, accessing much larger in-demand markets, which means You don't struggle for clients anymore because there's so many of them that you can work with. Then imagine doing this for a client, having the ability to tap into their brain without them actually having to do anything. This is so powerful. Then you have your entire knowledge bank ready to build a sales funnel, to use it for the copy, to build high converting sales funnels that are conversion rate optimized using our frameworks. You can then create high converting video sales letter scripts and ad copy, not using not only the knowledge bank, but the highest converting ads from world famous marketers, and create custom versions for yourself. Email campaigns from product promotions that are directly relevant, leveraging each aspect of the product without having to do all of this yourself. Now, see, previously you were restricted to generic content that didn't really work. You had to lead the way and you had to tell AI what to do. Feeding it information took so long, and it wasn't easy to do to truly produce products that were of high value. Well, that's all changed. With our systems and processes, you can create powerful products extremely quickly, tapping into knowledge banks, leveraging experts, and fast tracking decades of experience straight into your products. This revolutionizes how products are created, and you are at the forefront of this wave. If you want to build your own passive streams of income by launching a SaaS agency, but you're worried about getting clients and how to get them to buy, I've seen it all the time. How many people I've come across that have a SaaS offer, maybe they're using Go High Level SaaS mode and they want to sell a simple recurring service, if it's database reactivation, if it's the AI customer service or the AI sales bots or anything of that sort, and they all struggle to get clients. They can never get that volume in, and they need volume at a lower price point, right? For recurring revenue, they need volume, but they can never get clients in the door. But this is how you get them to buy. This is the answer. This is how you do it. Yet it can all be done with AI. The true secret behind this process is in the ladder funnel. This simple process allows you to bring clients in for a recurring offer, for a high ticket offer, or both automatically. It doesn't matter what your service is. Whatever your service is out there, paid ads, SEO, web design, doesn't matter. Whatever it might be, you can bring clients in. This is your lead generation machine that just works automatically over and over and over again. It allows you to run paid ads without worrying about ad spend because your systems can break even every single day. It allows you to stack monthly recurring revenue with no acquisition cost, building your source of passive, recurring, beautiful income. It allows you to take this framework and also offer it as a done for you service for $7,500 all the way up to $10,000. And I've seen even higher, giving you access to high ticket cash injections whenever you want them, not because you have to, but whenever you want to do them. You have control. Now, the barrier has always actually been creating these intro products. But what if you can have an expert level intro product created in 7 days, start to finish, including the sales funnel? What if you can go from nothing today in 7 days' time? You've got an entire system that can produce on autopilot for you. 7 days. What if you could rapidly take advantage of market trends because you could create products that were high quality faster than everybody else? Every time you see that boom, that momentum shifting or something getting pretty hot and trendy, you can hop on that trend so fast and actually take advantage of it. All those times when you're watching others win, when you might be on the sidelines, this is the end of it. If you want to take advantage of this opportunity and get access to this simple step-by-step framework showing you exactly what to do, how to bring in clients, how to deliver exceptional results, this is your chance. Just have a look at some of the outcomes of those who took action on the systems and processes we've developed in these workshops, just like last year when we ran the AI workshop, and you can see the success our members have had from the information on that workshop last year. This is the success that they have, right? We've had Mobin. We've seen Mobin around the community before. He's always everywhere telling us he's got another deal closed. When you can look at this, it's two $5,000 deals closed, right? And it doesn't end there for him. He closed at $55,000 in a single day. In a single day. That's very rare to see, right? And that was on the back of our workshops and such last year. That's very rare to see that actually happen. Any numbers like this, you won't see that around very often. But yet, here he is giving that result. And also, on top of that, I mentioned previously that he used the systems on the workshop last year to earn enough to buy a house in Dubai and basically fulfill his dream. Then you've got Trey. Trey didn't have experience in the marketing space. He came from the mortgage industry and had closed a $7,500 deal just after three sales calls. That's all it took him. 3 sales calls, and he closed a $7,500 deal. He didn't have any case studies. He didn't have any testimonials, any reviews. He had nothing. Yet he still managed to do this. And now this process is taking what we did with Trey and taking it to that next level. It's really leveling up, putting even more advanced yet extremely simple systems into the business to allow you to go even faster and build up. And when I say faster, I really mean it, because that wasn't his only deal. He closed another $3,500 deal, then another $5,000 deal, all the way to 2 more $5,000 deals, and actually smoking the $20,000 month, as you can see there. Plus, he's got commission on the back end of these deals as well. And the reality is, we're taking this to the next level. Trey had this system, the system that we taught in the workshop last year, and really cranked it. We're taking that up a notch this year. We're making it even better. We're improving these systems so that you can run ads without even the fear of ad spend. Then you've got Brian, who took action as well from last year's workshop. And I think this was he says in this testimonial, or this comment, that it was within about a month or so. And he had $20,500 contracted up front, plus 3 more deals. So yeah, you can see there, he says, so strong first month, starting from 0 on these funnels. That was just after last November, when we ran that workshop. Then you've got Rajiv, generating $25,000 of new business, or LG closing $2,500 deals. Then you've got Lee. We've seen Lee recently, right? He implemented the same system we taught last year in the workshop. And like I said, we're taking that system to the next level now. This is really cranking the numbers. And you can see he closed a $6,000 deal, then another $4,000 deal, then roughly another $3,000 deal. And this continued all the way to hitting $20,000 in his first month of running it. And think about this, right? That's the system that we're running. We've had $55,000 days. We've had $20,000 months in their first months of doing it. And now we're going to take that to the next level. We're going to make it even simpler, even easier for you to implement. If that's what happened previously, imagine what can happen now. That's the beauty behind what we're doing. The system I've shown you over the last 3 days is the exact system we replicate over and over and over again to produce hundreds of leads every single month, completely on autopilot. And I've got something special for you today, something you have never seen before, something that has never been released. This is brand new. As I said, we're taking what we've already done to the next level, really making this incredibly powerful for you. I've taken the entire system that we use, including the AI mechanisms, and we've built the ultimate lead generation machine. You can generate leads on autopilot for yourself, building up your sticky monthly recurring revenue without having to get on sales calls. You can access the world of paid ads without having to worry about ad spend. You can wave goodbye to struggling with lead generation and watching on as everybody else launches and gets traction. This is your chance to get into a world where you have demand and you have clients coming to you every single day. This could be the last cold DM you ever send, the last time you wonder how you can find new clients. This could be the last time you wonder how to build streams of passive income using AI. That's all from a lead generation perspective. Imagine generating 150 buyer leads every single month without having to worry about the ad spend. Imagine those leads ascending into your passive recurring offers, which builds a rock solid foundation. Then imagine a world where you sell any service that you want to a pipeline of warm leads who already trust you. Imagine you had an offer so strong that it drew people in ready to pay $7,500 for implementation. Imagine this system operating in the background every single month, stacking up your monthly recurring revenue, while 3 high ticket deals brought in an extra 20,000 every month with no acquisition cost, simply because you run this offer structure. So you've got a nice balanced approach here, right? You've got your foundation with your monthly recurring revenue building up. You've got your high ticket cash injections boosting your cash flow. So now you can see how you can go from 10 to 20 all the way to 40, 50. It doesn't work in a very slow path. This takes leaps because it compounds and it builds up and up and up and up. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. Now, we've all seen the quotes from Warren Buffett, right? It's not how fast you row, it's how fast the river is flowing. Very important. Very, very true. And I love this image we created. We did use AI for this image, but we love this image. Hopefully you like it as well. That was pretty cool. Warren Buffett below a waterfall on what looks like a little canoe with speedboats around him. Loved it. The beauty of AI, right? So we've got to get into a fast flowing river in booming markets worth tens of billions and rapidly growing. The market is sitting there waiting for you. Now, here's what I have for you today. We've poured countless hours into creating an in-depth, simple, step-by-step process for you to implement this. And this is a brand new release. It's never been seen before because we have literally just put this together with a tremendous amount of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of late nights, and we'll put this together for you. This gives you the leverage that you need to attack 2025 with a magnetic in-demand offer. I'm giving you everything. The entire structure, how to attack the markets, the lead generation process, the AI systems to create all of your products, the AI system to develop expertise instantly in any niche, the ad frameworks, the copywriting frameworks, and how we use AI to do all of this. You'll get access to the fast track process to generate leads daily using paid ads without worrying about ad spend, the step by step process to build this lead generation system rapidly using AI and high converting copy, the simple process for identifying high converting niches and products to pack your pipeline on autopilot, the Ascension process to take a $7 buyer and turn them into a $7,500 sale in just 30 days. And that's not all. On top of that, you get a masterclass on copywriting and how to actually get prospects to convert into clients without sales calls. The simple process behind creating a high converting funnel without writing any of the copy yourself and actually make sales while doing so. And how to create an entire high converting sales system that works in 24 hours without the heavy lifting. And the step-by-step process to build and launch rapidly and start bringing in clients now. We've got even more for you. How to create in-depth expert level products rapidly by using AI without any previous experience. How to pull from decades of experience and hundreds of hours of content automatically to create with AI. The step-by-step process to create high converting products in 48 hours. And the simple process, extremely simple process to create products for clients instantly and have a high value in demand service. And if you need some more, you'll learn how to use this system from A to Z and build stacks of more passive, sticky, monthly recurring revenue. We're going to keep it simple with lower maintenance clients coming in, making sales on autopilot without sales calls. So you have both low maintenance, monthly recurring revenue, plus high ticket cash injections. It's the perfect world. You can build your own pipeline of warm customers who are ready to ascend into a high ticket offer when you want it to happen. Not because you have to, but when you want. You can build a strong foundation of simple repeat revenue into your business that automatically comes in every single month. And if that's not enough, you're going to get the step-by-step process to offer a high-value service, commanding fees of $7,500 to $10,000. And I mentioned before, I know people that charge $25,000. A simple fulfillment process using AI, which can deliver incredible results for your clients. You can leverage experiential proof without needing case studies or testimonials. And you can access an in-demand power offer that clients struggle to say no to because it makes complete sense for them. This is the AI Ascension, the ladder funnel mastermind. This is the exact system that has generated multiple millions, and today I'm finally releasing the entire process within the AI Ascension mastermind. This mastermind will take you through the journey, developing your capabilities rapidly and allowing you to leverage AI with a process that has the power to change everything. Now, for a system this powerful, that's generated multiple millions, builds up monthly recurring revenue, and gives you the capability to close 7,500 deals on top of that every single month, you'd expect to pay at least the cost of one deal, right? That would be pretty fair. If I said to you, you can close 30 plus deals per year at $7,500, build an extra $5, 10, 15, $20,000 of autopilot monthly recurring revenue on top of that. So we're talking hundreds of thousands per year. You'd pay $7,500 to access it, right? It would make complete sense to do that. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Good news is that you don't have to pay that. Now, I could cut this in half and charge $3,750, and it would still make complete sense, right? It makes even more sense at that price, actually. This process can change the entire trajectory of your business success and your freedom. All of that for $3,750 would make sense. But that brings us down to the real investment of this brand new mastermind, which unlocks a new world of business for you. Now, for Black Friday until Cyber Monday, I'm dropping the price all the way down to not $2,000, which would be a crazy deal, and not even $1,000. You can get access to this brand new AI Ascension Mastermind today for only $750. That's it. Only $750. 10% of what we should charge. Yet it has the power to really change everything. This is an insane deal, and it won't last long. And to make it even more accessible for you, you can even split the payment up as well. You can basically split and divide the payment up to make it easier and allow you to get access today. But listen, that's not all. I told you this was going to be a ridiculous deal. As part of this crazy promotion, I'm also going to give you access to an entire AI mapped funnel template that has directly generated hundreds of thousands standalone. You get the exact funnel that we use, the exact one. And on top of that, the AI mapping process, which means you can edit it extremely easily, instantly. Now remember, if you were to hire my team to build this funnel for you, I would charge you exactly what I would tell you to charge, $7,500. So you don't have to pay that. Not only do you get the entire mastermind, the funnel alone, that's what we would charge to build this. And we've also mapped it with AI for you to make it even easier to use for yourself and for your clients. So you're saving a tremendous amount of money. And this is the way that you can get the fastest possible start and start bringing in clients rapidly. So I'm giving you access to the entire template that you can use for nothing, simply as a special bonus with this brand new AI Ascension Mastermind. Now, if you are an existing member of the Certified Acquisition Expert Mastermind, as you know from last year, we always reward loyalty over the Skill Certified. Send me a direct message on Facebook or an email. Either one works. You can reply to the emails about the workshop, or you can just send me a DM and I'll give you an extra special loyalty saving as a thank you for your support. So that's if you are an existing member of the mastermind, the CAE mastermind. Send me a message before you dive into this because I'll give you something special. Now, remember, if you take action and you implement the system within our portal, everything can change. Exactly 1 year ago, basically to the day, we released an AI process and look at the results. This was using the system we brought in last year, and this system we're releasing today is taking that to the next level. So imagine the next level, but again, look at what happened last year when we had Mobin with his 10,000 worth of $10,000 worth of deals, or his $55,000 day, or trade with his $7,500 deal, or an additional $8,500 here, and then hitting the $20,000 month in his first month, or Brian collecting $20,500 just after Black Friday within the first month, starting from complete scratch, or Rajiv with $25,000, or LJ with 5K, or Lee with 6,000, 4,000, around 3,000, all the way to that first $20,000 month within his first 31 days of launching. And the reality is, this is using the system we released last year, and this time we're taking it to that next level and making this so much easier for you to implement so you can replicate these results. That's the beauty. Now, you need to follow the blueprint I've laid out within the AI Ascension Mastermind. This is your chance to access systems, opportunities, offers, and niches that will change the game. They'll change everything for you. All of this plus a huge bonus for just $750 if you get in before Cyber Monday. And remember, you can split the payment up as well to make it easier. Don't miss your chance. Click the link below to join, save yourself a fortune, grab the bonuses, and I'll see you on our mastermind calls. That wraps us up for day 3 of this workshop. Hopefully you found the 3 days of this workshop valuable. The information we dove into, the markets, the processes, the systems. And I wanted to leave you with that special gift of massive savings on this mastermind. Brand new, never been seen before, taking it to that next level. You've seen the results of the previous year. This takes it to the next level, and this is your chance to get in the door. Take your chance. Don't let this one pass you by. And thanks for your attention over the last 3 days. I've enjoyed spending it with you.